Hello everybody, welcome to this episode of Boundary Break. This is the new season of it. We're doing all the German content this time around. We're starting from the top and working our way down from the bottom. So for me, working from the top, the first one is Hamburg Lubeck, because I've got every single root DLC that's possible come out of this game, including Atrocious Liney, or Atrocious Liney. Sorry, I mean Arosa, not atrocious, but it still is atrocious. I've yet to play it, but yeah. So we're going to start with Hamburg Lubeck today. We're going to have a little look around the route, see what's what, etc., etc., like we usually do. I've just enabled the development camera, so now we are going to get going. So first things first, we'll take a look at Hamburg Hauptbahnhof. It's not a terminus station, it is a through station. So here we go. This is the top part where there's like some little shop type areas going on here. Horthausen, Smoske, Kaldars, Geldarden, Stoppelhaus, Das Greg, Das Poi, Klaus Coffee. Then we have the great big Philips sign here. I don't know why they have that, because I'm getting tongue-tied this morning. In Hauptstraße Munching Augsburg, it has Grundig there, and this one's got Philips there. So, we will take a look back down here. That's the way out. We want to go this way. Look at the top part of the route. And these are just train offices here. Yeah, they're just the train offices. Nothing down here to really see. Then in to this section here, nothing here to see. So we will go back up the line, see how far it goes. And this is Hamburg. So let's see how far the line goes back to. Well, a lot of this scenery you're not really gonna see, so it's incredibly detailed. It's like here. I think this obviously is a railway track, and if you follow this unfinished railway track all the way up here, you will see that as we keep going. I found yesterday, but I did do this the other day, and it turns out the audio was all a bit skiffy, so yeah, I had to do it. There's like another railway station back here. So if you just give me 30 seconds, I'm actually going to have a look now on Google Maps and see what this train station would actually be. What it would be. Because maybe, just maybe, they'll extend the route, because that there is a terminus. So let's just go on to Google, let's have a look. Hamburg HBF. If we follow this all the way out, so I'm just going to Google here. Yeah, this is Hamburg Altona railway station. It's the S-Bahn routes. Yeah, it's Hamburg Altona. So maybe there was originally planning to do up to Hamburg Altona. Who knows? Maybe, just maybe we'll get a route extension. But yeah, this is Hamburg Altona. So this is obviously around here is the whole city of Hamburg. So they could have very easily put in the extra route, the extra station, and put Hamburg Altona in. But this here, it's quite clearly you can see, is the map layout of Hamburg. So they've done quite a good job on the scenery. This, as you'll see as we go along, how well the scenery on this route actually is done. It's quite fantastic actually. So yeah, we will now leave the station. This just goes that way into nothing, but yeah, there's a lot of distant scenery that you wouldn't normally see on this route. So we'll go this way. The third rail S-Bahn goes, I think it's the rail S-Bahn goes that way and then just disappears off into the distance and does nothing. We'll get back onto the track this way. And then also these then again, they lead off down there into nowhere, and obviously we've got a bit of scenery here. Ah yes, I think that joins onto the freight line. We'll have a look at the freight line in a second. Sorry, just give me a second guys, I need to get a drink of water. I've got a dry mouth this morning. I think maybe I should have prepared myself before I started recording and got myself a glass of water. But I've got one now, so it's all good. I have a glass of water. Just trying to slow this camera down. There we go. Right, here we go. Back down here now. So this is Billing a Tor, but we don't use this station. This is on the third rail line, which I think is the S-Bahn. Because obviously there's a sign there that says S, so I assume that's the S-Bahn. So we don't use this station on the main route normally. I'll just have a look up here. So as you can see, lots of distant scenery. That's the tunnel that just leads to nowhere. There's lots of scenery out there there's lots of scenery out there in the distance. Like over there, there's loads of it. This route is just full of distant scenery. It's people slate this route. They really have slated it. I think sometimes the tracing community can be, this Landwehr station, can be a little bit toxic. Not all the time, it's just a certain few members in the community are a little bit toxic and constantly bash routes that come out just because they're rolling. But I will admit the rolling stock wasn't exactly the best, but the route itself is perfect. I can't fault it. It's one of the best they've done, in my opinion. So we'll get cracking down here. We've still got German third rail, which is obviously a little bit different to ours. This next station is Hasselbrook. Do excuse me. Sorry for yawning there. And this is where the line then shoots off down there and then disappears. And then here's our line. What we're going to look at and there's a freight line that goes down there. We're going to look at the branch line, which is down here. Very residential down here. Lots of residential houses. There's a roundabout. So just get round here. Obviously we've got quite a few rivers in Hamburg. Bit like Venice. There's the depot for the freight services. We've got more German third rail, which I think is literally probably for the S-Bahn. Sorry about that, that's my phone alarm, I forgot to turn it off. Then we've got the S-Bahn which goes that way. And this here is obviously the the freight yard, and then the freight yard then finishes there. This is the branch line, the freight route, the freight portion, the freight yard. You only go down there if you do freight, which I have done a bit of freight on Hamburg Lubeck. So now we'll come back off the branch line. Again, if it's choppy, it's nothing to do with my PC. It's because we're literally loading in all the assets all at once. You don't really usually do that because you're down here. So that's why it's a bit choppy. It's loading everything in all at once. Hamburg one spec. There is the funfair. We've got the 2D. We've got the 2D, 3D people. The little circus tent there. So we'll get flying down the route now. Towards Orensburg. Hamburg Torndorf. We'll say though, this route has got some of the best. I'm a sucker for foliage in games, and this game has some of the best looking foliage. So that just looks gorgeous, especially when you're driving along. It's a shame it pops in so quick. But look over here, these houses here, right in distance. You're not going to see them all off the train track, off the railway. You're not really going to see them, I don't think. No, because there's trees in the way. But they've done a really fantastic job on this route, scenery-wise. Just shame the rolling stock is a bit. Hamburg Radstadt is a bit crap because this train here is absolute dog shit to drive. It's awful. I honestly don't like it. So that's the only thing. That's the only bad thing I have to say about this route. Going a little bit above the cloud layer like this here. You're not going to see that from the track. I suppose it's better than being barren. Here we go. So you trundle along here and you see the foliage. It's just how it all pops in like that. It's beautiful. It really is. I don't have a cold, I've got hay fever. I've got hay fever. Everyone's wondering why I keep sniffing. I literally have bad hay fever. Pollen count's been high recently. A little factory that all day in the distance. Look at all this. All this is in the distance. You're not even going to see it. It's miles away from the railway. Now we're going up to Orensburg. I think it's Orensburg. Yes, Orensburg. It's Orensburg railway station. And this is, I can't remember the name of it. Orensburg Carton Halls. Oh, sorry guys, this bloody camera. Yeah, so this is Orangeburg Garten Halls. Little bus here. Brum brum. Beep beep. Everybody get on my bus. Yeah, there's also some old track here, which obviously is probably from the old lines. It doesn't really go anywhere. You can't really use it. Here's a little tractor. It's really pixelated sometimes. The next stop is Bad Oldesloe. Oh, that's not Bad Oldesloe. It's the other one. Bike to hide it. Then you've got the little tunnel underneath the station. That leads out here, there's the trees there in the distance. Again, not that you'd even see these, because they're out there all the way in the distance. And also the railway track is lost. I've lost us. Here we go. Now we go back onto the track. God, I thought of that. I think the reason why textures like this, I think it's just say memory on money on memory. As in, when I say money, not actual money. It's a technical term. Saving resources. Oh, just that is just pure beautifulness. It really is. I am probably the biggest sucker for foliage in video games. Don't know why. I just love grass and stuff in video games, especially if it's done right, like this is. This is Gupfermuli station. The next one will be Bad Oldesloe. Unless there's another one before that I don't know about. That's it. I've not really done the. I've done all the services in journey mode. But I know most of them are just flowing river. It flows. All flows into one. Ah, this is a massive plane. That's why it flows. I was trying to thought now, but yeah, here we are. This is Bad Oldesloe railway station. I think it's Bad Oldesloe. Yes, Bad Oldesloe. Underneath the tunnel. Back up here. So that's Bad Oldesloe. rail station. Do we have a line that offshoots round there? Oh, that is our line. Then we have another line here, but then just shoots off all the way over there. Doesn't really stay on track. Stay on track. I just realised what I just said. Stay on track. I'm such a doofus at times. I really am. The next one is Dramfield Holst. In terms of detail, this route really is one of the best I've seen so far in Boundary Break, because I haven't done Cathcart Circle. I haven't had a look at that yet on the dev cam. That'll come in time. Probably once rush hours out, I'll probably do, once I've done all the German ones, we go back to revisiting the ones I haven't done. And I'll probably do American next. We've got MGI there. Yeah, this is what I thought it was. Landfeld Host. Let's look at the scenery in the distance. Literally could have just put tree walls up. I wouldn't have even known what was behind those tree walls. Now it's just countryside. They don't look very German. They look more British than anything else. Didn't even think German had RS blocks of flats. It's obviously the extra track before we go towards Lubeck, Hauptbahnhof. So we're now approaching Lubeck, Hauptbahnhof. This is the freight sidings at Lubeck. And obviously we come round down in on this track here, because when you go out, you use that this track here when you go out. Because you go up this way and out and round. I'm sure you go out that way. Yeah, you do. You go out and round that way. And then this is Lubeck Hauptbahnhof, which again is another through terminus. It's not a terminus, it's a through station. So we'll go and have a look. Some little shops here. Nothing here to see there. It's got quite a nice reflection on there. Imagine if that was ray traced though. That would look absolutely fantastic. Okay, there's nothing right much to see at Lubeck Hauptbahnhof. And then as we go further up here, as normal, there's also going to be a little bit of track at the back, leading out off into the distance. But basically everything just, bloody hell, fog layer, can't go that far out for some reason. So everybody, thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. I've been your lovely host Yorkshire lad, and I will see you guys in the next one.